All right. Hello to you, and good afternoon from cold, freezing cold New York City. My name is Michael. Hello from Mexico City on Periscope. Hello, Tina. Thanks for joining us today there. Welcome to another live Happy English lesson. Wow, we've got a big crowd today on Periscope and on YouTube. Oscar, hello with the person with the Arabic letters that I cannot read. I'm sorry. Camilla, hi. Virginia, Gabrielle, Oscar, hi. Thank you all so much. It is great to see you here for this live English lesson. And we have a lot of interesting things to talk about today. Camilla says, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy you are here. It is Thursday. It's the 16th. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. That's an Irish holiday that people celebrate here in America. And it's kind of a festival day for people. There's going to be a parade down Fifth Avenue, which is about a block from my office, so it should be pretty noisy tomorrow. Maybe during tomorrow's live lesson, you might catch some of that. I don't know. But thank you for joining me today. Let's get started with what we have to talk about. Oh, hello, Julio and Anderson. Thanks. Thanks, everyone who's joining me on Periscope, too. Some of you are too shy to write your names, but that's okay. Oh, before I forget, you can always go to myhappyenglish.com, click members, join the mailing list, and I will send you, among other things, free English lessons and the study guide so you can review what we study here, because all of this that's written on the whiteboard over here, everything's opposite. I'll send you that in an email. So just go to myhappyenglish.com, click members, put in your email address, and that will take care of that. Plus, you can peek around at all of the free lessons I have there already. All right. This morning, I was talking to somebody about the word over, and I realized that over has over one different meaning. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the passive voice versus the active voice for all of you guys that like grammar. Is there a snowstorm where you are? Camilla, there was a snowstorm here 2 days ago. It was a snow and then rainstorm with heavy wind. And now we have about, I would say about 5 or 6 centimeters of snow on the ground covered by a layer of ice. So it's very pretty to look at, but it's a little bit difficult if you want to walk around. So you got to be careful. Thank you for asking, though. I appreciate that. All right, so over. Let's look at a few different ways that we can use over. Over means moving across. I could say that a bird flew over my house. Sometimes planes fly over my house on their way to JFK Airport, bringing maybe one of you guys here to New York. How about you? Do you have any planes that fly over your house? Over, that's how you know it's live. Over also means to cover something from above. I could say, put the sauce over the pasta. And just that image of putting sauce over pasta is making me hungry right now. Over also is used to talk about duration. I have worked here over 5 years. How about you guys? How long have you studied English? Over 1 year? Over 5 years? How about you guys? Over also means more than. I know a guy in Italy, he has over. What did I do? That's a terrible typing mistake that's going to be on this video forever. It should say he has over 5 cars, which means he has more than 5 cars. Oh my God. Wait till I find out who typed this, and they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Right. He has over 5 cars. It means he has more than 5 cars. Somebody asked me one time, how come I never won the Nobel Prize? Because I have too many typing mistakes. Guilty. Guilty. We also use over to talk about preference. I'd take pasta over burgers anytime. Did you notice how I used the word pasta twice? I think I'm hungry. How about you? Would you take pasta over burgers? Or would you take burgers over pasta? Why not leave a comment and let us know? The last one is is used to mean finished. Work is over at 8 p.m. tonight. Work is over at 8 p.m. Tonight. How about you? What time is work over today? Or is work already over? You could leave a comment, and that would be awesome. Welcome to 2 Live Up 2, your first day on Periscope. Hey, thanks for joining us on Periscope. Banu, hello on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. You forgive me. Thank you, Virginia. That's so sweet. Yes. You know, I think today is the 68th live lesson. I forget the number right now. And it's the second time for a bad typo. I'm sorry. All right. Burgers over pasta. Oscar. I don't know if that's going to be acceptable, but that's okay. Everyone's got their preference. If it's a good burger, yes, but not a fast food burger, then I couldn't do that. All right. The passive and the active. Let's look at those 2 sentences. Dinner was cooked by Jenny, or Jenny cooked dinner. So, dinner was cooked by Jenny, that's the passive voice. Jenny cooked dinner, that's the active voice. What's the basic difference? Well, in an active sentence, the subject is the person doing the action. Jenny cooked dinner. In the passive voice, the result of the action is the subject. Dinner was cooked by Jenny. And so why are we talking about that today? Well, because I hear a lot of people use the passive voice in conversation. And even though the sentence, dinner was cooked by Jenny, is a correct sentence, it's completely unnatural in an English conversation. That's right. The passive, when you're talking about people, is very, very unnatural. Dinner was cooked by Jenny is not a natural sounding sentence, even though it's correct. Why? Because native English speakers prefer to use an active voice when we know who did the action. That's the point. So if you know who's doing the action, it's better to say, Jenny cooked dinner. Jonathan, yes, a good time was had by everyone. A good time was had by everyone. That's another example. But again, to me, that sounds very, very formal. Everyone had a good time. How was the party? Everyone had a good time. That's more natural than saying a good time was had by everyone. So, when do we use the passive voice naturally? Okay, usually when we talk about facts or a process. Excuse me. I switched to tea today, this afternoon. Aren't you proud of me? Some of you guys say that it's I drink too much coffee. All right. A fact. The Empire State Building was built in 1929. Who did it is not important. The fact that it was done is important, and so it's very natural to talk about history or events like that. Dinner was the Empire State Building, that's ESB. The Empire State Building was built in 1929. So that's one way that we like to use the passive voice. The other way is when we talk about a process like manufacturing. These cars are made in Mexico. These cars are made in Mexico. So who did it is not important right now. But just the fact that they were made, that's important. So that's a usual way that we use the passive voice. But if someone cooks dinner for you, it would sound really, really, really funny to say, dinner was cooked by my wife. Or those biscuits were baked by my mother. Okay? So my mother baked the biscuits and Jenny cooked dinner. Spanish is spoken in Mexico. That's another great example. So that's a fact. So when we talk about facts, we like to use that. Camilla says, give us some exercises. We'll try to do them. And if you choose a winner, that would be awesome. All right, Camilla, you know what? That's a really good idea. I'm going to take a screenshot of that comment because that's a great comment. And I will think about how to do that for one of these live lessons next week, which we will continue. Nadia, hello. It doesn't matter that you're late, you're here. We say in English, better late than never. All right, so that is basically how we use the passive and the active voice. In the second example is over, similar to on. Yes, put the sauce on the pasta and put the sauce over the pasta. That's a great question. I think, for example, if I put the pen on my head, it's here. If I put it doesn't work with a pen. Sorry, bad example. You have the sauce and you cover the pasta with the sauce. When you cover something from above, then we would say, put the sauce over the pasta. Put the blanket over the bed. When I heard a scary noise, I pulled the blanket over my head. So that's over that's over. On simply means here. My hand is on my head, or my hand is on my face. So the meaning is very, very similar, but it's not exactly the same. All right, great. What else? That's it. That's all the time we have for today's live English lesson. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Keep in mind that you can always go to myhappyenglish.com. You can find lots of English lessons there for free. You can also sign up for the mailing list. I don't send junk mail. I just send English lessons, which is kind of cool these days, and I don't write long messages either. All right, that, my friends, is all we have the time for today. Thank you for joining me for today's live English lesson. Let me just check the schedule really. Oh, it's not working. Let me check the schedule really quick. Tomorrow, I think we're going to meet schedule. I cannot find the schedule. Here it is. We're going to meet tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. That's right. Tomorrow is 2:30 p.m. New York time. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great Thursday, and I'll see you next time right here at Happy English. Bye, guys.